morning. It is May 21st. It is 6:12 in the a.m. and got up and I'm getting going. So, let's see which way I need to go here. I think it's this way. So I ended up camping near the high top hut, right across from the access trail to go to the spring. It was about 5:30, about the normal time I started looking. So I took a spot, tent site. Had Boston and Goldilocks camping the other little tent site next to me, and a bunch of young people were up at the hut. So I'm like, I woke up, said I'm packing up and getting out. And once again, my air mattresses sprung a leak. So yeah, I'm gonna wait, I think, until I know the next Waysides in 20-something miles, but I may or may not wait till I get into Front Royal. I think there's an outfitter or two. See what they had. They had something at the camp store. It was like $118, and I just couldn't swallow that. So we'll see. Spring water. Little side jaunt. What the morning view brings us. Wide open. There's a skyline drive right in the middle. A couple houses up on top over there. That's kind of cool. Another one. I don't think this is going to be as visually stimulating. Trees are in the way. Gotta cut them down. And as usual, I was gonna go to that box spring instead of going where I did, because I don't like camping by shelters, you guys know. And had I done so, there was a plethora of sites available where I could have camped. Isn't that just the way, you know? If I push forward, then I'm going to get my up with the rocks on the slant. But if I don't push forward, then it's, you know, nice campsites along the way. Go figure. So, the Wayside is 19 miles, which is my normal average, you know, 20-mile day. And since I started at 6:15, you know, if this trail is nice to me, I mean, Shenandoah has been pretty nice so far. I can get there. I think there's camping around there. I don't know if it's for a fee or not, but regardless, that would be not terrible. Pay my $10 or whatever it is, and just I'd be right there at the store. So depends on what time they open and close. That could be profitable. Well, for them, but you know, for me as well. I could then, I'll have to then figure the miles to Front Royal and plan my resupply accordingly, because I know Luray is somewhere around here, but it really doesn't show me where on my AWOL guide. It does show me where Front Royal is, so that's my goal. High Top Mountain parking area. My first road crossing of the day. Elevation 2637. Where the heck's the trail? Another road crossing coming up. You can hear the cars. It is Saturday, so I anticipate seeing a lot more people out here. Day hikers. So, I ran into a couple last night. And they'd never heard of someone hiking the Appalachian Trail. And I said, yeah, I just did 900 miles today. And they couldn't believe it. And they're like, we're struggling to do 10. I'm struggling to do 2,200, so. But we keep pressing forward. So we're crossing the highway now. Now I'm assuming the trail goes over there. There are sections out here. My buddy was right. They don't have it marked very well, so. Pretty sure we're crossing there. I checked my app, so we'll see. It might be up ahead here. There's a lot of cars parked here. So you never know who you're going to meet on the trail. And I was taking a break. And this couple, they look like 60s, late 60s. Just stop and chat for a little bit. Come to find out, they go, yeah, we have a house on the other side of this mountain. And they also have a cottage on the lake a couple towns over from me in Harrisville. And I'm like, small world. Small world. You just never know out here. So we got that while hiking. And she's like, Virginia's a long state, isn't it? I say, yep. And it's full of PUDs. Pointless ups and downs with no views. So we haven't even got to the roller coaster yet. So, but this is pretty much it. You can hear the road. I've been hearing the road just about all day, but it hasn't crisscrossed in a while. So, still making my way to the Wayside. Look at this. Camp store. Alrighty, we just stopped at the camp store. It's there inside the campground here. Met John and Skidmark. I already knew Skidmark. Skidmark's from Atlanta area. John is from Wyoming, big sky country. So now I'm heading back to the trail. It's a nice little break though. Get in there. Got a big Yingling ice cream sandwich and like a club sandwich of some sort. So we're heading back to the other side of this campground. Back to the trail. I think it's 8 miles to the Wayside. And here we are. Leaving the campground behind. 8 miles to go to get to the Wayside. So Skidmark is planning on going there for dinner and then going a little further up the camp. And I'm not sure what John is. John started, he's funny. He's a retired guy from Wyoming and he's like, yeah, I started January 19th. He goes, my problem is I stay too many times in town. I'm like, well, if you had the resources to do it, do it. You know, if I did this over, I'd probably double my savings and just do that. Why not? So, probably see them all. I know Skidmark's going at the Front Royal, staying at the hostel. And I haven't decided yet where I'm staying. Still haven't heard back from the hotel. I asked about their rates, but I haven't got an email back. And the couple I was talking to earlier, they were saying like next week we might get a nice little cold spell where it'll be in the 70s. So fingers crossed on that. But right now it's a little partly cloudy, so I'll take the clouds. So here we go, 8 miles. Just stopped and chatted with a young couple from DC. They're carrying a baby in the back. Well, I wouldn't say baby, but a toddler. It's also one of the best things about the trail is, you know, the views. I mean, we don't have many views out here. We're in the tunnel. So the views are obviously one of the top, but I think it's the people that is the top. The people you meet, you're just amazed at how many people are like in your neighborhood that are just around here. The last couple I talked to, they were from DC, their first time here, and you know, they rolled the dice and pulled in. They would you would get one of the last campsites and something. Man, I would hate that. You know, pack your stuff, come down here and it's first come first serve. Find out that it's packed. That'd be a major bummer. But yeah, it's kind of nice to stop and chat with people because everybody's got a story. It's easy to chat with someone. Everybody's got a story. So I've been, rejuvenated. Something in my belly. It's a little bit overcast, which is great. So I am putting the throttle down a little bit better. Let's see how quick we can get to the Wayside. So, as I was saying, you never know who you're going to meet. You can talk to anybody. I just met a young couple from Israel who are now living in Austin, Texas. So that must have been a cultural shock. They kind of laughed and played it off, but a very nice couple. They were actually wondering if there was a view ahead. One thing you got ahead is the camp store, which is not a bad place to go. And I think they were going to turn around. So they must have started somewhere up here. It is dry. Whew. I got plenty of hydration. The camp host wanted to make sure I had adequate water supply. It was a hand pump. I said, yes, sir, I am good. Thank you. And I hear there might be a cold spell next week, so like in the 70s, which would be beautiful. So, right now, the trail's not as smooth as it's been, but at least it's not uphill. I can keep making progress toward my goal for today, but I really want to go past that goal. Oh, there's someone up ahead here. I can chat with them, and someone coming the other direction. Stranger danger! I just bet there's a bunch more people I'm passing by, but I expected that. It is the weekend in Shenandoah's. But I may have some more subscribers. It's amazing, kind of humbling to meet people, and they tell you that you're an inspiration to them. I'm like, really? I'm just an average Joe, work for a living and hope to retire before I croak and do stuff like this. So it's really cool. It's what motivates you, because I know I'm motivated to get to Katahdin, but my wife and my puppy and my family are my big motivation. Get back to them. But when people like this say stuff like that, it's really humbling and cool that there's like this whole big family out here pushing for each other, because I always encourage people, if I can do it, you can do it. Don't think you can't do it. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to go to the gym all the time. Just one step at a time, in which case I almost tripped on that one, but one step at a time. The trail will train you. It will give you a beating, but it does train you. So, but it's cool. I'm gonna meet some more people, pick some brains. Alrighty, just around 3:30. I'm making it to the Wayside. Up 600 feet on the left. Gonna get some food and drink. Then I gotta get back down this way. So basically 8/10 of a mile total. Get back on trail and start looking for a place to crash my head. And I think I'll get maybe some extra supplies, but I'm not gonna need much, I don't think, to get to Front Royal, because I still have, I think, 2 full days and one dinner, so I'm not gonna starve to death. Alright, we finally made it here. Let's see what they have for grub. Well, unfortunately, the cafe part wasn't open. Doesn't look like it's opening till 5. I'm not sticking around. And got me some pickles and some other stuff, and I'm heading back on trail. Alright, getting back to the bottom of this gravel road. Banging right, back on trail. I think I go past the campground, but not 100% sure. Place is like loaded, packed today. Lots of people. And I'm just going to keep walking, so I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. I think I already got 19 in or something like that. Could be more. I just loaded up. I had some sort of Starbucks energy drink. I had a Gatorade. I got another one of those ice cream flurry thingies. And a bag of pickle chips. Grabbed a backpacker pantry lasagna just in case. One more Cliff Bar and a Baby Ruth for later on tonight. So it's only 46 miles to get to Front Royal. So a couple days we should be there. Alright peeps, it's freaking hot out. Finally got some pay dirt here. Whoo! Look at that. There's some serious farmland down there. Look at the haze. Alright, so this day's been a goofing off day, man. I've been 2 Waysides picking out, stopping and chatting with people. I still got like 21 miles already in. I'm still going. There's some people at a campsite. I just barely went by and they said, hey, you want a beer? Put the brakes on. Went up top. There was about a half a dozen young kids. I say young kids, maybe 30s from all the DC area camping here. So I had a beer and chatted with them for about half an hour. You didn't let them carry my pack, and they were laughing at that. But they were very glad I stopped because they enjoyed the stories and they picked my brain. So it's a win-win for everything. So don't be afraid to stop and talk to somebody, or accept a cold beer. But it's still sunny out. I'm still going. What nice vistas. It is about 6 o'clock. And I am so hyped up on energy drinks and other things that I have not looked for a site yet. Still think I can beat my record of 25 miles, so we're going for it. Wouldn't be a bad spot to camp. It is just after 7 o'clock, and in spite of my goofing off all day, staying at both Waysides, eating, drinking, talking to a boatload of people, including kids that just offered me a cold beer, it's still my longest day on trail. And had I not goofed off, I probably could have pulled off for 30, but right now it's 25.5 miles. I just found a pretty good site, nice little view, and it looks like if I go much further, there's a road over there, so I'm gonna take this site and call it a night. I'm not gonna cook. I got Baby Ruth, something to eat. I got Fritos and water. There's a water source half mile from here. I was gonna try to make it to the water source, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I got plenty of water, so good night, y'all.
That's all, folks.